The Joe Rogan Experience.
The real way to get someone into Jesus is to lead by Jesus' example and be a really good Christian. And someone says, well, why are you such a nice person? Say, because I'm a Christian. And a real Christian is a really nice person. And the person would be like, damn, I want to be a really nice person. And they say, well, why don't you come to church with me on Sunday? And next thing you know, you go to church with them.
Brilliant.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. You can't be
be a really
screaming
nice
Jesus
person.
on the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and La Brea.
But then when they corner you,
You go, don't you say that. Don't you say I did.
you got pretty eyes. You got pretty eyes.
That's going to be cut up.
Should be cut up. That guy seemed demonic to me, man. He creeped me the fuck out. That creeped me out, man. That guy's used to telling people things like that. He's used to yelling at people and pointing his finger at them. That long fingernail pointed at you. Don't you say I did.
You'd make a great demon.
Imagine what it must be like to be a fly on the wall, one of those billion-dollar preachers. Just, they must be getting pussy. They must be.
Oh.
There has to be, right?
Of course.
It has to be top shelf. They'll be flying them in from Czechoslovakia and shit. Just
they got their crew of actors
skiing in on a fucking hill of cocaine.
It's crazy how, yeah, they got a bunch of actors and plants and all that shit, but it's crazy how they get people to believe it and they get put in trances and shit. And, you know, some of them are acting, but some of them are like, you know, there's a certain percentage of people that are hypnotizable.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? Like,
you know what
20%
it is, man?
maybe.
It's the people that didn't get sucked into pro wrestling. Pro wrestling could have got them. They would have believed that was real. They missed that, and they got sucked into like the snake handlers and shit.
What percentage do you think? Because when you go to those hypnotist shows, the scam is before the show. Like, this is considered the scam part is before the show. They go into the audience and they find people that are easily hypnotized, right? So then they bring them out.
One of the things they do is they let you be aware that they might call upon you. And so, just to make sure that your story matches, we would like to know whatever happened to you. Is there something that's bothering you, so that we know that when Cindy the Magnificent, when she calls out to you, that your story matches up with the piece of paper. There's little weird tricks they do with people. They ask them to fill out these forms, talk about their childhood.
That's the psychic shit. That's psychic shit, for sure. Like, they'll have gophers like listening to people talk. But I'm talking about
preachers do that too.
Hypnotist shows where they take like a couple, maybe they take one person on stage
I see what you're saying.
and they hypnotize them, then they wake them up, and then they make them do weird shit that they don't remember.
Oh yeah, dude, I saw that before. Yeah. I've seen it.
So that's real.
Oh, it's real.
So there are people, a certain percentage of the population, who knows what it is. Maybe it's 10%, maybe it's 60%. Who knows? But there are people that can be put under a spell.
Under a spell.
They could be in a trance.
Yes,
do
100%.
something while they're awake. They're awake and they do something under command without any control, and they don't remember it. And then they get snapped out of it.
Yes.
All that's real?
Yes.
That's crazy.
To varying degrees. Yeah. But and it's real in live audiences, which is particularly weird.
Yeah.
Frank Santos, the R-rated hypnotist, was a staple in Boston when I was coming up, when I was an open micer. Frank actually even ran a comedy club at one point in time. And his son is a hypnotist now. Frank Santos, he would do Stitches Comedy Club. Me and Greg Fitzsimmons and Nick DiPaolo and all these guys, we saw him do this, and he would do it on a regular basis. It happened every week. He had one night a week and it wasn't just at that club. It was one night a week at Stitches, but it was like one night a week at Nick's Comedy Stop and one night a week at Giggles.
Sorry.
But he would get a bunch of people out of the audience, and he would have a bunch of volunteers. Who wants to volunteer? And you get the people on the stage, and everybody would be like, well, I can't believe we're here. And they would hypnotize them and do this thing. You're getting sleepy. You're going to listen to me. I'm going to count to 5. And when I count to 5, you are going to be doing push-ups. And underneath you is going to be Madonna, and she's going to be naked. And he would do that. And it would work on some people. And he'd look at people and he goes, you're not under. Come on, come with me. And he would get rid of them. But then some people would just be under. Mm-hmm. And you would be like, this isn't real. Is this real? But then you would see your friend go up there. You would see someone you knew go up there. And you would see people see their friends go up there. And they couldn't believe it. And the person was really doing it. And you could tell they were really doing it. And they'd be so embarrassed. They'd be so embarrassed when they found out that they did this in front of these people. They'd be like, what? Yeah, you came in your pants. And like some guys would actually come in their pants. They would come in their pants. He would tell them, well, I'm going to count to 3, and like number 3, you're going to come in your pants. 1, 2, 3. And you got to be like, oh, no. He'd see them get like super embarrassed. Like, these aren't good actors. But you could see the embarrassment in their face. They were bewildered. They were so confused. They were like, what happened? How did this happen? But it wasn't everybody. Like,
I wonder if there's
probably couldn't do
I wonder
it.
if there's I would love to see a documentary on people getting hypnotized and like proving that it's real and doing different
Well,
things.
I got hypnotized.
You went under?
Real. Yeah. But I didn't get hypnotized to do anything. I got hypnotized by Vinny Shorman. Vinny Shorman, the mental coach.
Did he make you do things you didn't remember?
I hope not. No, I just laid there. He gave it to me. No, I laid there and he talked to me while I was laying there. And when he was talking to me, I knew he was there, and I knew I was there, and I knew I was just chilling on this couch. It wasn't like I was in a trance and I was going somewhere, and I was very aware that it was happening. But it was like he put me in a suggestive state. And he was talking to me about various things that I wanted to work on, mostly organization and discipline stuff. Like discipline, like getting things done, and which is something that I'm always concentrating on. And then when it was over, it was just over. I was awake through all of it, but it was weird. It was like a weird state. It was like as if like the regular world has like a crazy filter over it. Like, shh.
Were you stoned? That's a yes.
It's hard to guess. I would probably say yes. It sounds like me.
Well, you weren't hypnotized like the kind of like those dudes that don't remember what they did and all that. But
he doesn't do that though, and I think other people can do that, and I think they do that to some people. But that's not what he's trying to do. Anybody, I think, and I'm speaking for Vinny. But I think that anybody can allow themselves to get into this suggestive state, to get in this state of hypnosis. But that's different than the kind of people that will think that they really are having sex with Madonna on stage.
Yeah.
Or the type of people that really do come in their pants.
That's crazy. I'm talking about those people.
Locked in. There's something locked in about them. But it was 100% real.
You think those people that are easily hypnotizable can be influenced, they could be hypnotized by something on a TV screen?
Maybe.
You think it's possible?
Yeah, maybe. Why not? I don't know what the element. What's causing you to go under? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it just the words, the way the person's saying it?
Yeah.
Is it them looking your? Frank Santos was an interesting guy. He was a very short fellow, and this is coming from a short guy. And he had glasses, and he was kind of like a big guy, and he was heavy. You know, he was overweight, and it just seemed real unassuming and sweet and kind and soft and just, hello everybody, how are you? You know, and it's just talking to you. Are you gonna get sleepy? You gonna sleep? You're sleepy, and they would just nod off. He'd be like, whoa, what the fuck? He just knew how to do it, and he would do it so calmly and confidently, and he would do it every week. And every week we would watch. Some people would work on, some people wouldn't work on.
I wonder if anybody can do it. Anybody can put someone under a trance if they were taught the right way, and they just all you got to do is learn something.
Yeah.
Or is it some kind of special gift or something?
I bet it's a skill. But I bet it's just like having a good personality. Like some people, you want to hear them talk all the time.
Dude, what if there's dudes like that they date and they're just looking for girls they could they're just looking for girls they could hypnotize.
Dude,
so they go, they got a live one. They take them home, make them do all sorts of crazy shit.
I knew a guy who was a comic who also worked as a hypnotist, and he could hypnotize people. And I remember walking by him while he was talking to this girl, and she goes, "No, I don't want to be hypnotized." And I remember thinking, what are you saying to her? Oh, this was back in the Dizzy, too.
What if there was a hypnotist / comedian that mastered hypnotizing people from the stage, and he got them to laugh hysterically at everything, and so he's just like killing and crushing every night?
Well, I think comedy is a form of mass hypnosis. It's funny you say that, because I think that's what's happening when you're locked in. Like when you're locked in and everyone's locked into what you're doing and you're killing. There's these moments where it's like the audience syncs minds with you, like hypnotism. It's very similar, because when you're killing, there's this feeling that you get where you're like, it's an energy feeling. It's not just you saying something and they think you're so funny, so you feel so good. It's like you're riding this wave. And as long as you've practiced the material so much that you know where the beats are, and as long as you're so engaged in the material that you really are thinking about it as you're saying it, You're not bullshitting them. You're not just saying the words because they know when you're just saying the words. They want you to be fully engaged. But there's these moments when you are fully engaged and they know you are, and you're riding this wave together because you know the material so much so that you can be fully engaged but not have to think about what comes next because you know what comes next, but you're saying it as if you've never said it before, and you're thinking of it as if you've never thought it before. You're thinking of it as if you've never said it before, and they're locked in, and it's like hypnosis. It's very, very similar. As far as I know, I mean, I've never hypnotized anybody, but I feel like when you're killing, it's a state of mind. It's like you're achieving a group state of mind with all these people. It's weird.